In this section, we will explain to you the celestial bodies that make up the universe. There is no doubt that the sun, the moon, and the earth are the celestial bodies closest to us, and the ones we know more about than others. However, there are celestial bodies that exist in places you cannot see with your own eyes. Think, for example, of cartoons or movies that talk about space. In these films, the space above the clouds is filled with stars, planets, and rocks. Each one of these is called a celestial body. Billions of these bodies gather in a certain place to form what is known as a galaxy, and all these celestial objects are extremely large. For example, compared to those planets, the Earth is considered small in size. Nevertheless, it carries on its surface humans, animals, mountains, oceans, and everything you can imagine. And now, if you wish, let us continue our journey inside the galaxy that contains within it billions of planets. Galaxies. Galaxies are made up of billions of stars. We should not forget the following facts. Stars are large celestial bodies just like the sun. For example, the Earth and the Moon are not stars. They are merely planets. The number of stars in the largest galaxy reaches about 3 trillion stars. A medium-sized galaxy contains between 200 and 300 billion stars, while a small galaxy contains around 100 billion stars. Here, let us pause and think for a moment. What does the number billion mean to you? For instance, if we write the number 1 followed by 2 zeros, it becomes 100. If we add another 0, it becomes 1,000. Add yet another 0, and you now have 10,000, 10,000. Can you count up to 10,000? It might be possible, but it would certainly take a long time. And if you notice, we still have not yet reached the number billion. Now, add more zeros. Add 2 more zeros to the number 1, and now the number in front of you becomes 1 million, 1 million. Yet we still have not reached the number of stars that exist in a galaxy. But if you add 3 more zeros after the million, you will then reach the number 1 billion, 1 billion. Could you possibly count all the way to 1 billion? And now let us give you the answer. How many decades would you need in order to reach the number 1 billion? Now let us assume that we have come close to imagining the number of stars in a galaxy. Let us add 2 more zeros to the number 1 billion to get 100 billion, 100 billion. This is the number of stars found in the smallest galaxy among the billions of galaxies that exist in the universe. So now, have you realized the greatness and vastness of space? Even if you spent your entire life counting, you would never be able to count them all. As for God Almighty, our Creator, He is the one who brought into existence this unimaginable universe from nothing. God Almighty is in control of this limitless universe at every moment. He is fully aware of everything that happens in our vast cosmos and knows all that is within it. His power is shown in one of the verses of the Holy Quran as follows. He knows what is in the heavens and what is on the earth, and Allah is over all things competent. Surat Al-Imran, verse 29. Let us now return to our topic and try to learn more closely about the galaxies that God Almighty has created. Large and medium galaxies represent a center for galaxies, and this center forms a gathering composed of about 100 billion stars. Around the center of each galaxy, there are arms that rotate around it at an astonishing speed. These arms consist of stars, gases, and clouds of dust. The centers of galaxies together with their arms represent the largest celestial bodies in space. These enormous celestial objects form multiple clusters among themselves. In some galaxy clusters, there are thousands of galaxies. These galaxy clusters also form other larger clusters, and this organized clustering continues in this manner. Let us recall what we have explained so far. Galaxies are made up of billions, even trillions of stars. Large and medium galaxies have central cores, and these centers gather within them about 100 billion stars and are formed in the shape of clusters. The centers of galaxies have arms composed of stars, gas clouds, and cosmic dust. These arms rotate at tremendous speed around the center of the galaxy. Galaxies come together in one place to form clusters of galaxies, and a single galaxy cluster may contain thousands of galaxies. These galaxy clusters, in turn, group together again to form even larger structures. Alongside all this, do not forget that a galaxy consisting of 100 billion stars is considered a small galaxy. Also remember that every star is, at the very least, the size of our sun, and in addition to that, there are stars around which other planets revolve, some large and some small. Now think carefully and then answer. Is it possible for billions of stars to organize themselves on their own? Is it possible for stars or other celestial bodies, such as our Earth or the rest of the planets, to move by themselves, forming such an amazing balance without colliding with one another? No, it is never possible for stars to create a system or balance by themselves. This shows that there is a creator, designer, and organizer who has arranged the movement of these stars since the moment of their existence, that is, for billions of years. Without colliding with one another, there is no doubt that this creator is God Almighty, who controls the entire universe. God Almighty has set countless paths for the planets, stars, and comets that move through space. These celestial bodies travel across the universe without crashing into one another. Now let us continue our journey within our galaxy that exists in this vast space. The Milky Way Galaxy. The Milky Way is the galaxy in which our Earth is located. It is a very large galaxy, and naturally, it has a galactic center, just like all other large galaxies. If you remember, we spoke in the section about galaxies regarding the meaning of a galactic center. The stars found in this center are the oldest ones, and their colors are red and yellow. As for the stars located in the arms of the galaxy, they are more intense and younger, and they are the blue stars. In these arms, there are also clouds of gas and dust. This galaxy has a spiral shape, and in its basic form it resembles a wind rose, meaning that it has open arms extending outward from the center. There are 4 such arms, and one of them is called the Orion Arm. The solar system is located in this arm, and among the planets that form this system is the Earth on which we live. The solar system that exists within the Milky Way lies in this part, which is close to the center of the galaxy. However, despite this closeness, it completes one orbit around the center only once every 220 million years. This great Milky Way has continued this motion for billions of years, and although the stars within it move at an astonishing speed, it has maintained its order and balance without the slightest disturbance. Yet stars cannot create such a system for themselves on their own. Under no circumstances can they make decisions and carry them out with such precision. Imagine stones scattered in some place, and then these stones gather together and decide, saying, "Let some of us be the center, and let the others be the arms. Then let us follow a plan and move in a circular path, without stopping and without ever disturbing the system we follow." Could they really do that? And if someone came to you and said that he had actually seen something like this happen, would you believe what he tells you? Surely you could never believe him. The truth is that the words of those who claim that the Milky Way came into existence by chance, and that the stars move according to a decision they made themselves, are as ridiculous as the example we gave about stones gathering together and then deciding to move. Do not forget that, just as stones are lifeless objects, the same is true for celestial bodies. They too are beings without soul or awareness. It is impossible for anyone other than God Almighty to bring into existence these Arabic Tain, Arabic Thought, Arabic Yet, Arabic Meme, Arabic Tetmerbuta stars, which number in the billions, and then to form from them such a marvelous system. For this reason, everything we have learned about the universe reminds us of the existence of God and his unlimited power of creation, and it also reveals to us his infinite knowledge and wisdom. And now, let us continue our journey toward the stars that we have been speaking about since the beginning.